Thank you, John. Excellent as always. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to B County Commissioners Court. I'm calling the special called meeting to order. Today is Monday, January 6, 2026. The time is 9 a.m. We're physically located at the B County Courthouse, Commissioners Courtroom, number 110, 105 West Corpus Christi Street, Beeville, Texas, 78102. That was agenda item number 1. Agenda item number 2, prayer. Everybody please join Commissioner DeWitt in a brief prayer.
Father God, we want to thank you for this day. Thank you for life. Thank you for putting us here. Give us your wisdom to guide and direct the way you see fit. We could use a little rain if you don't mind, sir, if you see it in your ability to do that for us. We ask all these things in Christ's name. Amen.
Amen. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now the Texas Pledge. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible. Thank you all. Welcome. We're at agenda item number 4, recognition of visitors. This is not public comment. That comes up in a couple more agenda items. But first of all, the Commissioners Court would like to thank everybody for attending. And is there anybody who, for the record, would like to identify themselves? And if they're here on behalf of an entity, the name of the entity, now would be the time to do it. Again, this isn't public comment. That's coming up into agenda items. Yes?
Hello. Good morning. My name is Oscar Sanchez with Pettis Environmental Restoration.
Thank you for being here this morning, sir. Anybody else? Yes, ma'am.
Hi, I'm Renee Farron here for the B County Chamber of Commerce, representing the TC.
Ah, thank you. Nice to see you, and thank you for coming. Anybody else? Okay, moving on. Agenda item number 5, Commissioners Court opening remarks. Commissioner Lenny, I believe you go first this time.
Good morning, everyone. Everyone's doing warm. I attended the Crime Stoppers fundraiser this past week, which was well attended, great turnout. Was also asked to call bingo for the Junior Lifelong Homemakers Show fundraiser. That was a packed house there at the expo, and I know they're excited about next year doing it again and bigger and better. So kudos to those guys. Also attended our 5th Leadership B County class, and as the rabbit superintendent for the Junior Livestock Homemaker Show, we got all the rabbits validated, and they do have the stock show this week. And I wanted to kind of just give you a breakdown. Oh, thank you. Wednesday, they're going to check in all the animals, and Wednesday will be the rabbits and poultry judging. Thursday, they're going to have the heifer show, the steer show, the market lambs, and the breed goats. And then Friday, they'll have the market hogs, the livestock projects for premium selected, and showmanship show. So if you guys aren't doing anything, it'd be a good idea to go out there and support those kiddos. They worked hard, and I know it's going to be cold, but they're out there showing, and we can go out there and watch. So also, with this cold snap, I want to thank the First Christian Church for providing a warming center. And I believe that they're going to have their doors open until 1 p.m. on Tuesday. And I also reached out to some hotels, and I want to thank Sarah Bersinio with the Hampton Inn. They had comped a few rooms Saturday and Sunday for some families in need. So I want to thank her for doing that. And with that, I'll pass to my left.
Thank you, Commissioner. First thing I'd like to do is bring everybody up to date on the screw-room supply facility. We talk about this almost at every Commissioners Court meeting. I have what we might call some breaking news. This is a news release that came out January 21st from the U.S. Secretary of Agriculture, Brooke Rollins. Remember, we've spoken of her a couple of times. And they're taking what they call pivotal steps. At the last court meeting, I talked about millions of dollars that might be available for this facility. Let me just paraphrase what's in this news release, and we'll go from there. As part of the Grand Challenge, USDA's Animal and Plant Health Inspection Services will make up to $100 million available to support innovative projects that enhance sterile new worm screw fly production, strengthen preparedness for response strategies, and safeguard U.S. agriculture. These are the priority, and one of the priority areas for funding is enhanced sterile New World screw-rod fly production, which is exactly what we're trying to bring to B County, either the Pawnee facility or the Chasefield facility. And it gives, till February 23rd is the deadline for proposals to get in. We're checking with our folks to see if they're gonna submit. It's probably, and I'm guessing now, and you know, we use the word I understand. I understand Sid Miller's involved. He is our Texas Agricultural Secretary. It would probably be up to him to submit the proposal for B County. We're doing some checking out to see if that's being done. I'm not sure what we can do as a court to submit a proposal. There's a lot of moving parts. There's been a lot of people here and looked at it, but this is the next step. And to me, this is a ticket. And if we can just get a piece of this ticket, we're gonna be in good shape. They've got $100 million. It's ongoing as we speak, as of the 21st of January through the 23rd of February. And when you say your prayers at night, say one for this, because this is gonna help all of B County, not counting what it's gonna do for the livestock producers and the people that raise the exotic deer and stuff. So that's where we are on that. Another thing that I want to bring back to the audience and the court, in October, we got approval to upgrade some safety and security lights from the high-pressure sodium to LEDs. October the 7th was the date. We're in a bureaucracy with AEP. We got caught up in the holidays. That hasn't been done. It's in the works. We've paid our part of it, but it's in the works for some, especially like where 2824 comes into 181 Business, just north of town. Those two are supposed to be upgraded, as well as several others along 181 toward Pettis and Toledo. So if you say, well, you know, it hadn't been done yet. No, it hasn't. We're in a bureaucracy with them. Now a lot of their people are gone because they're helping with the ice and snow and stuff that has broken power lines everywhere else. So I'm not exactly sure when that's going to happen, but it's going to happen. Basically, Judge, I'm going to withhold the rest of my comments at this time, and I'll pass, sir.
Okay, thank you, Commissioner Farias.
All right. Past 2 weeks started off with several meetings with the Bee Development Authority. We've got another couple of companies that are trying to come out here and do their presentations and things like that. So at this time, I'll bring in Michael and I won't bring him in this time, but on the next meeting, I'll bring him in to update the public on what's going on out there. I can't disclose any of that at this moment, but we're doing that. We're finalizing the engineering part of the pumps for the water tanks at the Sheriff's Office and the EOC. And thank you to Mr. Richie Mendoza for helping us with the engineering plans and helping Stellar. That's one of the things that was required by the pump company to be able to order it. I thought we was just gonna order the pump, put it on. Not so. It has to have how many gallons per minute, the uses, how many toilets, how many showers, and things like that. So it's got to be engineered, but Mr. Mendoza came through and was going to assist B County with that. So we want to give him a big shout out and thank you. Worked on the courthouse grant restoration project, which is due on March 27th. We're still at it. Thanks to Mrs. Melvin, we have gotten the last 10 items that are required for B County to produce for this grant. And Judge, I'm going to read these 10 items. One of them is a pre-application training. The other one is a grant application guide for this. And we have to have support letters. And I want to reach out, I want to tell the city manager is going to write one of the support letters. I've given one of these instruction guides to the school board. So we need 8 others, and we're going to reach out to some other folks here in town for support letters to get us this. That's one of the requirements. The other one is a resolution to supported by the Commissioner's Court. And we'll put that together. The length of the easement, we're gonna have a meeting because they have to take over the courthouse grounds. I mean, survey, measure, we gotta give them an easement to be able to do this grant. We gotta look up some records and hand over a bunch of records that we gotta do. So we have a lot of homework. I thought this thing was coming to an end, but they just piled up a lot of homework on us here, so. We gotta have the matching fund source identification. They gotta know where the money's coming from, where it's at, and if it's not obligated anywhere else. And then signature pages, well, the judge will get some of those later on.
All right, I'm ready.
So it's coming close, so we've already been working on this, year and a half, and it's getting there, so. Thank you to Mrs. Melvin and Komatsu for helping us out with these guides, and we'll go forward. The other one, I went to go watch the webinar for House Bill 3000. House Bill 3000 is a $350,000 grant given to a county of our size for rural ambulance service, either to buy another ambulance, to buy equipment, and no match. We just have to get this thing, so we had to go watch a webinar, and it had questions and answers, what you could use the money for, how you could use it. So I went to go watch it with our providers, which is Gabriel Aleman and Mickey Trevino, and then Ms. Melvin was watching in her office, so we all watched it and got guidance from them on how to get this thing. By the end of the following, I think by Thursday, Ms. Melvin already had the application in complete, and it's on this agenda today, and it's going to be in front of the judge here so we can sign it, so we can send it off. It's got to be turned in by the end of the month. $350,000, either buy another ambulance to serve our community and to serve the rest of the folks here in this, what we need. Right now we have 2 pledged to Beeville, or to B County, but we could possibly get a 3rd and equipment to go with it. So that's a big one there with a no match. Attended the Crime Stoppers at the expo. It was very well attended, and the meal was served by Josh Perkins Catering. He did an excellent job. Thank you, Josh. I assisted, I'm not going to jump on the one from Tynan, that's yours, but I did help Commissioner with that. Checked with Road and Bridge on the final weatherizing of the weather event that was coming, so all last week, and man, they had their plans. I gotta give Mr. Longoria and Jonathan Gutierrez a big shout out, man. They got their stuff ready. So, and then also constantly checking with John here at the maintenance, because he's got so much. Johnny Seguirre is pulled in about 100 different directions from all the buildings and all kinds of things going on. So he did really good. We're nice and warm in here. Get going. And a big thank you to Mr. Ryan Garza for keeping us updated with the winter storm, and we had constant updates with that. So just to keep us posted and have everything going there. I have a meeting tomorrow with our local Texas Historical Society to bring and give them the updates on what's going on here with the courthouse restoration project. And with that, just make sure you support your B County Junior Livestock folks out there. They're working real hard. I went out there Saturday to the horse show. It was cold, and those kids and those parents were still going on. That was pretty. I was proud of them. I'll give them a big shout out there. So with that, I'll turn it over to you, sir.
Yeah, echo to all those recognitions. Good morning, everyone. Hope everyone's surviving the cool weather. Could be colder. It could be rainy. So we need to be thankful that it's just cold. And we're here today, so nothing was canceled. So awesome. I'd like to start out with a little bit of recognition. I'd like to recognize Candace Strada and Pauletta Gomez. You know, these ladies work behind the scenes. Nobody knows what they're doing, but boy, when you need them, they're there to help. And I needed some help there last week, and they were there after hours and ready to call and help me out. So I really appreciate that help. Also, again, echoing what the others have said, you know, recognition, kudos to the Road and Bridge Department for pre-treating the roads. I think that helped a lot this morning. Good thing we didn't have a whole lot of rain or moisture, but just being prepared is the key. You know, I had a college professor who used to tell me, you know, prepare for the worst and hope for the best, and I kind of live by that model. It's always good to be prepared. Just some general information. I attended a meeting with Mr. Randy Sines with our B Area Partnership. Basically overview their mission and vision of their organization and review current progress and challenges that they're having within their organization. Also attended the monthly meeting for the Beeville Development Authority. Listened to several presentations that were made by contractors. Really good meeting, very, very informative. Facilitated what I'm calling a needs assessment meeting on requirements for office space at the new, I'll call it Toledo Street repurposing jail. That meeting was pretty important. There's some things that's been talking around the court that we're going to need some additional space, also some storage areas. So the best way to handle a situation like this is really get a good look, understanding what those requirements are by each individual that's going to be moving in. So I had an opportunity to meet with the vote administrator, Ms. Laura Warnix, and basically went over the entire workflow, the new Senate bill that's been proposed, and what can be done with some new challenge he's going to be faced with as far as restriction on space requirements and how we can manage it and make it work, and which, again, just a matter of thinking it through. We've been making it work in the smaller office very well, so there's no reason we can't make it happen in a bigger space, so good. Also, I was able to meet with the Ag Extension, Mr. Landon Gulick and Ms. Randy Shower and Ms. Kathy Ball to understand their requirements. Also, the Veterans Service Director, Ms. Sandra Marquise. So all are good. More to come. I'd like to talk about once we get a little bit closer to that area. In addition to the repurposing of the jail project, purchase orders were issued, thanks to Ms. Francis Melvin for getting those things out and helping us move forward. The current budget is still good. Unfortunately, due to some of the new highlights that are coming through, we're going to have to come back to the court and address the additional needs, which is around generators, additional space, and a little bit more modification to support some of the needs. But more to come. Once I get the information, whether we can do it or not, we'll get there, you know. I know generation is important, space is important, storage is important, so all those things, unfortunately, come at a cost. The other item is our existing communication tower. We're probably going to have to add some additional requirements to support that need. Here is why. I was at a meeting the other night, and I was informed by the Pawnee Fire Department that the tower that's existing, which was sold to an individual for $1, was donated to them, and they would like to come and get that tower. So we're going to have a little bit more discussion. You know, was there a time restriction, time limitation for taking that off the property? I don't know. I need to get some guidance here from others. And then also, one of the key things that I instructed him was we need to have, you know, a coordination meeting, you know, need to understand, you know, how are they planning on removing a tower? A crane is going to be required. You know, what are going to be the restrictions? Do they have permitting? All those kind of items need to be discussed. So a lot more to come on that. But it was kind of interesting. I was a little bit shocked that, you know, almost a year later, this came up. So that's where we are. Also, in addition to that, I attended the fire chiefs meeting, which included representation from all 8 fire departments. Great meeting, good information. Held a meeting with Hanson Engineering, Ms. Anna Aldridge, to discuss the next steps that are required to complete the documentation for the environmental surveys. Things are moving forward. Fortunately, I was able to get approval from all the landowners that we're going to need to basically go into their property, gain access to do some benchmark surveying. So everyone was agreeable to it. Really good. That's going to help move this project a little bit along. I also attended the Crime Stopper fundraiser. Great deal. Great presentation there. The other one also, again, you know, there's several of us that are attending the Chamber of Commerce leadership training. And this time it included visiting the Beeville ISD, College Bend College, or Coastal Bend College, sorry, St. Mary's Academy, and St. Philip's Academy. Each school had a great presentation. The Beeville ISD and Coastal Bend were pretty impressive I knew they were doing good things, but I didn't realize how good they were really doing things. We're pretty fortunate to have these kind of services in our community. Overall, the curriculum that is being offered to our students is pretty awesome. The Beeville ISD has a program called CTE, Career, Technical, and Education. This program equips students basically to get the skills they needed to succeed in the future. Some of those items include, you know, animal science, law enforcement, welding, law enforcement, cosmetology, culinary arts, which, by the way, they fed us, and that food was pretty good. So they did a good job. Engineering, media arts, mariachi band performance, which is another thing that came in. So these schools are doing an excellent job. As far as on Coastal Bend, some of the things I was impressed with was some of the law enforcement, forensic studies that they do, and criminal justice. Pretty impressive. The nursing program, if you had an opportunity to go see it, they have now live mannequins that are functioning with AI. So they actually moan, they groan, they move their arms, they'll fight back.
to watch this mannequin move was pretty interesting. They also had a mother delivering a baby, an AI baby. Kind of the real deal. Pretty good to, pretty hands-on. So a lot to offer there. The last one's kind of I don't want to say it's a unique situation. However, there was a couple of reports on some illegal dumping on private property. I did work very closely here with Mr. Jemison, our Community Affairs Director. Basically, when it happens on a private property, unless we have the person's name or something that we can actually address with, there's not much, unfortunately, the county can do on private property. If there is, please let me know, but I'm not aware that we have the authority to go into private property. There's also some other challenges that I'm working with Mr. Jameson on, and he has been very, very resourceful in assisting me with details, what we can do and cannot do, and, it's been pretty good. Good to have a resource like that. Very good. So with that, I'll turn it over to the judge. We got a little long-winded here, Judge. I had a few more minutes, so I took advantage of it.
I had so many things I was going to share with y'all, but Commissioner Olivares just wore me right out. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm only joking. Now I feel bad. I would like to thank Ms. Stovall and all the organizers of the annual MLK Day March, and as well as Pastor Tarver and the Bethlehem Baptist Church for hosting a service and giving me an opportunity to speak. It was a great honor, and I greatly appreciate it. All right, that's agenda item number 5. We're going to move on to agenda item number 6, public comment. Are there any members of the public who wish to address Commissioners Court? Yes, ma'am. Come on down. Just come on up to the dais and or the lectern and identify yourself for the record, and then let us know what you got.
Hi, my name's Melissa Sanchez, and I'm with Pettis Environmental Restoration, founder and secretary. And we're agenda item number 13, and we're looking to be heard today. And we hope that we're not tabled, that we can go through our proposal with you guys. And we look forward to speaking with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Is there any other member of the public who wishes to address Commissioners Court at this time? All right, moving on. Agenda item number, excuse me, I'm sorry, I'm a little under the weather. I'm going to try not to cough on any of my commissioners, but FYI, if y'all do something to irritate me, a cough may be coming your way. I'm just kidding. It's just allergies. I'm not sick. Agenda item number 7. The following items are of an administrative nature. Commissioners Court has been furnished documentation on each item, and all such items may be acted upon by one vote without being discussed separately unless requested by a commissioner or county judge.
Move to approve.
I've got a motion to approve, and I have a second from Commissioner Olivares. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes without exception. Moving on, discuss and consider action on the following items. Agenda item, Agenda item number 8, approve submission of Rural Ambulance Service Grant Program HB 3000 application to the Texas Comptroller of Public Accounts. As Commissioner Fadias announced, this is a grant program, and you gave all the pertinent information during the time. As I understand, this application has already been submitted. I'd be looking for a motion to approve.
So moved?
Second.
I've got a motion and a second. Any further discussion? I have further discussion. I'm just formulating my thoughts. It's like I'm having a stroke up here.
Would you like to go out and come back?
It'll be it'll be a good addition to the county.
The only thing I'd add on to the comments of Commissioner Fadias is when Commissioner Lenny talked to me, I think about it, was it last Monday or so? It was kind of an odd one because we don't really know what it is, at least I don't really know what it is that we're hoping to use to deploy these funds for. But it wasn't a component of applying for the application, so hopefully we're successful. And if we're successful, then we'll get with Angel Care, who's our provider, and figure out some way to deploy this money. But as we've been very fortunate, and it has nothing to do with me, but it's going to sound pretty selfish, as I embark on my final year in office, I'm going to hearken back to all the huge wins that were solely the result of me and my efforts. Such as the in excess of $10 million that we received as a result of me bringing attention to the COVID crisis through the CARES Act and ARPA. But we'll find, thank you.
But who's
Yeah,
bragging?
amen.
But who's bragging? Who's bragging?
Not me. It is what it is.
Learn a way to cut you off.
Yeah, so no, I'm just, I'm really glad. I'd like to thank everybody for working on this ambulance
Judge,
grant.
while we're still on this.
Yeah.
That webinar that we watched explains step by step what we were allowed to do and what we weren't, and how to deploy the funds and stuff. So-
I hope we get it.
Just a thought, perhaps we can offset what we pay each year by the cost of the ambulance that we're going to present to them.
That was addressed in there too.
Okay, good.
I hate to be a negative Nelly, but if you can get out the door with a fully equipped ambulance for $350,000,
There's no way.
you're killing it. Yeah, they're $500,000
Yeah.
plus. There's no
Easy.
way. We'll come up with something.
Comes
Safety
without
whistles.
tires.
You get a chassis in the box, and then you can add the features. to it.
There you go.
All right, any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion passes without exception. Agenda item number 9, approve service agreement and policies between B County and the Deaf and Hard of Hearing Center for interpreter services for district and county court cases. This is housekeeping. We're renewing this agreement. I presume we're renewing it
Move to
because
approve.
we had it a couple years.
We've done
ago.
this over and over and over.
Yeah, I've got a
Second.
motion and a second. Was that you, Commissioner Olivetos?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion passes without exception. Agenda item number 10, approve expo request for auditorium fee waiver from Beeville Independent School District for the Marino Junior High 8th grade dance on April 22nd, 2026. We have anybody here on behalf of them? I don't really think it's necessary. Who wants to?
Move to approve. I'll second.
All right, any further discussion? I hope it's a great dance. I used to love the 8th grade dances for every year that I was in the 8th grade here in Beeville. There's no further discussion. All those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion passes without exception. That's right, kids. Don't ever let anything stand in your way of progress. It may take you a while, but eventually you'll figure it out. Agenda item number 11, approve expo request for auditorium fee waiver from the B County Chamber of Commerce for the Candidates Forum on February 10th, 2026.
Move to approve.
Sounds quick. I've got a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hope it's a great turnout and hear a lot of interesting things, and I encourage all voters in B County to attend up to whatever the capacity limit is of the Expo Center and no more. If there's no further discussion, all those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion passes without exception. Agenda item number 12, approve expo request for arena, parking lot, grounds, and picnic area fee waivers from the B County Chamber of Commerce for their Boots, Bees, and Beeville event on March 12th to the 15th, 2026.
Move to approve.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Do you have a presentation you'd like? Because I know this is kind of a new, yeah, come on up. And identify yourself again for the record,
Yes.
please.
My name's Renee Farron, the Director of Events at the B County Chamber of Commerce. For this event, we are only requesting, previously we requested the arena, the grounds, picnic area, and arena parking lot. Now we would just like to request the Arena 1 with the 10 stalls, the pavilion, and the RV hookup only.
So while they were doing this, I
Thank you.
communicated with them, let them know the areas that they're needing.
Okay.
So the space that they need is available. I've also advised RV space is available to them. However, the hookups will generally go through our office. So if they're looking for water and power, that will be, that option will go through our office. But the space would be available for them.
So they would be paying for the RV hookups?
Okay. Move to approve.
Second.
We got a motion and a second. Wait, I already had a motion and a second.
Okay.
Oh, we're just discussing
Yeah,
presentation.
There you go.
but I appreciate that, so now you know you got at least 3 votes. Is there any further discussion? This is on the motion from Commissioner DeWitt, seconded by Commissioner Olivatos. If there's no further discussion, all those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes without exception. Thank you. And good luck. This sounds like a fun event. Sorry I had to step out for a moment. Agenda item number 13, advise Commissioners Court of Pettus Environmental Restoration donation being given to Pettus Community Center. Commissioner DeWitt, I'd entertain if you want to table or if
Yes,
you'd
sir.
like to move on.
Let's go ahead and hear the presentation from Ms. Sanchez and see what we have.
All right, Ms. Sanchez, come on back down and tell us what you guys got going on.
So many cool things all the time. You can pass these around to commissioners, and then this is your copy that's already been pre-signed by all of our board members except for one. We have somebody that's becoming very close, and he had fly out.
Okay, thank you.
Good morning, Judge and Commissioners. My name is Melissa Sanchez, and we're here with some positive things. Normally, when a lot of people float through here, they're asking for something. We are asking to give something. We've been very grateful to have a county building that we have access to as community members, and we're looking forward to give back. Let's see here. Regarding agenda item number 13, while this item is worded as a donation given to the Pettus Community Center, we would like to clarify for the record that this is a private donation specifically dedicated to the beautification, safety, maintenance, and the Pettus Fire Department. To ensure full transparency and accountability, there will be no monetary funds given directly to the county or the facility. All funds will remain within our nonprofit account and will be managed directly by our board to pay for the improvements. Our goal is simple: to restore the pride of this building and ensure it remains a safe, modern, welcoming space for all residents of Pettus, the Pettus Toledo Fire Department, which is housed in the same building, and the judge and county employees who are also utilize this facility. This project is 100% funded by a private donor via Pettus Environmental Restoration. There is no cost to the county taxpayers. The community center serves us well. We are ever so grateful to have a community space that helps so many people and entities. Several areas now require attention to prevent further deterioration and protect the county's long-term investment. By upgrading to modern LED lighting and fixing water-damaged areas, we are improving the building's safety, energy efficiency, and overall environment. As noted, our nonprofit maintains control of our funds and the procurement process, ensuring the project is completed to the donor specification and our board's approval. At this time, I'd like to introduce our project manager, Oscar Sanchez. He has 28 years' experience with fabrication and construction. He's worked for major oil field companies doing electrical work and automation, residential builds, remodels, commercial builds and remodels, government entities, major road repairs, fabrication with a nationwide software company, and a multi-million-dollar investment builds for wildlife conservation. Oscar, if you want to step forward. Thank you.
Once again, good morning, Honorable Judge and my commissioners. I mentioned my name is Oscar Sanchez, serve as the president and the project coordinator for Pettus Environmental. I have well over 28 experience, construction, welding, fabrication, electrical, product development, and other goodies there. But basically dedicated my career to technical excellence when it comes to handling projects. Our mission is pretty simple here at Pettus Environmental Restoration. We're here to enhance and preserve the infrastructure of our unincorporated community for the benefits of all residents. We're here today regarding item 13. We're seeking formal approval to begin a comprehensive restoration of the Pettus Environmental Community Center, located at 708 East FM 623. For several years, the building has suffered significant roofing leaks. The leaks have been led to failure of like lighting ballast, fluorescent lighting, damaged ceiling tiles, and constant water accumulation on floors. And I personally feel if left unattended, we possibly could open ourselves up for litigation, risk of the, causing premature failure of any of the electrical or fluorescent lighting. Really, for me, it's a concern with the litigation that could possibly arise. We plan on getting things fixed up. No structural building will be done. In other words, we won't be adding to the building a second story. We won't be pouring concrete. Any structural will not be. It's basically a facelift. We intend to provide a full beautification facelift to the community center at no expense to you guys or the county or the taxpayers, We wanted to begin, or I felt it better to start with the roofing stabilization. We partnered with Discovery Roofing, a reputable bonded and insured firm, to ensure zero disruption to the county operations. If they were to start, it would not interfere with the judge's normal operating hours. It would be done after hours or on the weekends. Second is appliance upgrades. We're providing new energy-efficient stainless steel appliances to modernize the facility that we have already installed and are currently in use. It's just the refrigerators, stove, microwave, those are already in use in there. The interior remediation, we will replace all damaged ceiling, molded, soggy tiles, upgrade the fluorescent old lighting fixtures to high-efficiency LED lighting, aesthetic and structural preservation, a full interior and exterior paint of the community center, the fire department, followed by professional resurfacing of the VCT flooring that's currently in use today. So nothing will basically be broken out and removed and replaced. It's kind of just a lipstick on the pig, sort of fixing things that are messed up, trying to get everything so it's efficient. To ensure that the county is fully protected, every contractor, volunteer, or citizen involved in this project will sign a comprehensive waiver of liability. This will release Pettis Environmental Restoration, B County, and/or the Pettis Toledo Volunteer Fire Department, if something were to happen. Our goal is just to protect the county's investment and provide our residents with a facility that they can be proud of. And thank you for your time, your leadership, and everything that you guys do. Really appreciate it. Much obliged.
Thank you both.
Judge, if I could, do you want to? That's correct.
You can or I can, whichever.
Let me address, and I know y'all have gotten your nonprofit certification. What you want to do is extremely admirable, but Ms. Sanchez started out her talk with the word county building. It's a county building. We can't legally allow anyone to come work on a county building unless the county's involved, the county's doing the contract, the county employees are doing it. It would be like somebody saying, we have a donation for the county and it's tied up at the back door of the courthouse. What is it? It's an elephant. We can't accept things like this without it going through court and being vetted. And to allow contractors to go in, we don't know who they are, what they're going to do. I went by the building and looked. It has a metal roof now. Is it leaking from the roof or is it leaking from the air conditioner ducts? We don't know. And, I've been in that building a lot. It's not fixing to fall down. We hold court there on a regular basis. Judge Showalter's there and his staff. I've been in the building. Like the floor, you want to redo the floor. Okay, is there asbestos in that tile? We can't, and I know, Mr. Sanchez, you know about all this because you've done these construction work. We can't allow someone just to go in a county building and start repairing things, regardless of how well-meaning it is. And whether it's a donation or no cost to the county, we can't do it. Legally, we can't do it. Whether it's think about a school, think about the courthouse, think about the post office. They can't just let people go in and start doing things. And what y'all want to do is very admirable. I talked to you the other day on the phone about the appliances. The way you talked on the appliances, they were en route to the building. And is that correct? They have been delivered or not?
Yes, they're installed.
Okay, and we talked about the appliances. I didn't want to step in that one because the refrigerator did need replacing, the stove did replace, the microwave, and that's a fairly simple thing. But past that, and since they were already en route, I said, I don't have the authority, but go ahead and do it since you've got them coming. But Commissioners Court, y'all are all aware, we can't just allow people to go in our building. We have a legal liability, we have liability insurance on it. Madam Auditor, is there anything that you'd like to say on this issue?
Well, if you're talking about the appliances, those could be donated, per local government code, 81.032.
That's what I was thinking.
And court could, accept that.
We could accept those. We'll have to accept those after the fact on those appliances. Because I know that the auditor and I talked, and she did quite a bit of research, and we can do those without any big problem, but it's got to come before the court as an action item. And the rest of it, correct me if I'm wrong, we're under a huge liability if somebody goes in and starts doing work in our building, and we're not part of it. Judge, I'll turn it to you, sir.
Thanks. Let me ask this, is there, I think it's wonderful. I really appreciate y'all coming in this morning. You can see kind of where you guys want to be with the project versus where we are, was the impetus behind me saying now's not the right time to have this discussion, but it's fine. It just seems like maybe there might be a potential solution moving forward, but it's going to have to work within county procurement rules and this commissioner's court operation. And so it may be that, and April, if you already know it, you can tell me that I'm wrong right now, or Commissioner DeWitt, but if a improvement project falls within or under a certain threshold that was 50,000 for a long time, it doesn't have to go out for public bid, right? And if the county wanted to replace the roof, and it wasn't gonna, what a metal roof is gonna cost more than 50,000, but just work with me. If the county wanted to go out and replace a metal roof at the cost of $40,000, we could do that with a single commissioner's court action, provided the funds were available.
Yes.
So if Pettis Environmental, working with, and again, it's in Commissioner DeWitt's precinct, he's your commissioner, he's the one that, needs to have an intimate knowledge and understanding of what's going on. If you can come up with a quote, as long as, and this is what I'm not sure about, so I'm just gonna talk out loud, correct me if I'm wrong. If we were to approve that roof replacement under the terms of the agreement with the actual contractor doing the work, which we would have to approve that contract directly, is it possible for Pettis Environmental to pay that bill? So it is in effect it's a no cost to the county expense, but it's just as if we were taking action on our own. Is that right?
Correct, yes, and as long as it, we have a procedure, of course, through quotes and the thresholds, so we have to meet that, but yes, you're correct, and it would go under the same rules of the code for donation accepted by commissioner.
And so it's a different pitch than we want to do all this great stuff to this building that needs great stuff done to it. Give us the keys and we'll take care of it. It changes that whole process, but it doesn't change the end result. Thoughts?
Well said, Judge.
The only thing that part of bid is if they're on the buy board, we could have single bid or co-op.
So potentially, you go to a roofing, you said, Victory? Discovery, sorry, Victory's always on my
So
mind.
if they were on a co-op or a buy board, they could provide that number to us and we could go to the single bid or that particular company. If they were not, then they would have to go through the three-bid process.
If it's
Believe me,
over,
A quote.
Quotes, yeah,
It's
three
a quote.
Do you all
three
have-
quotes.
Because
The-
the threshold now is 100,000, that was lifted.
All right.
Do you all have a vendors list of suggested contractors that you all
Well,
use for roofing specifically?
what I'd like to do is, and again, this isn't an action item, so we can't take any action today anyway. And these are the kinds of discussions that we normally would have offline, so to speak, just to kind of get to the point where Commissioners Court does need to take action. What I would encourage y'all to do is to reach out to Commissioner DeWitt, or have Commissioner DeWitt reach out to you and get you in touch with the right people, and we can start working through that, because I don't think anybody wants to turn away this opportunity. I think it's wonderful, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate you and Pettis Environmental being interested, desirous, and willing to engage with this. We just have to make sure that it's running the right, that it's flowing the proper way for our business purposes. So it's not a no, it's a big, yeah, we'd love to. We just have to go through a little bit of a different process, and I want to give you all time to get that straightened out, so next time you come back to Commissioners Court. Yeah, go ahead.
We'd still have to flow through our board's approval, because we can't just sign checks over to the county with our,
Yeah, we
with our
wouldn't ask you to do
nonprofit
that.
funds.
We wouldn't ask you to do that.
The quote that he received was kind of a contractor's friends, they were helping each other out. He understood the parameters of what was going on with the roof, and, I mean, to repair 90% of the roof, because only 10% was repaired in approximately 2015 to 2019. Those records cannot be found as of yet. So the quote was for under $15,000 that they were going to repair 90% of that roof. Is that something that does he need to get on the approved vendors list to be able to follow
No,
through?
ma'am, but I think what we're saying is that if we can get together, I'll get with you guys, give me that information, I'll get with the auditor's office, and we'll find a way that we can work that in, and the county can approve it, and y'all can pay for it, but we have to be involved. We can't just say, yeah, go ahead and go do the building. We can't do it. Legally, we can't. Whether it's a state, county, federal, you can't just go work on a building. But I'll be happy to work with you guys. I'm sure you have written information from these contractors. I'll get with you this week, and I'll bring it back to the auditor's office, because it's going to need to come before the court so we can approve it. We can approve the projects, and correct me if I'm wrong, Judge, then they can pay for the project.
Yeah, we wouldn't want you to pay
No.
B County, and then B County pay the
We don't want the money.
vendor. Yeah,
We don't want to touch it.
we
But
just have to make sure our approvals are legal. I'm sorry to mean.
That's all right.
That's all it is.
That is correct. Just, we've got to make sure we're following the legal parameters.
Thank you guys for everything.
Thank you all. Looking forward to it. Hopefully it'll all work out. Anything further on agenda item number 13? Thank you again for coming in. Agenda item number 14, there will be no action on 13. Agenda item 14, approved B County resolution authorizing submission of grant application for the Sheriff's Office participation in law enforcement agreements with United States Immigration and Customs Enforcement 287G Program Warrant Service Officer and Task Force Model and Sheriff Immigration Law Enforcement Grant Program SB 8 to the Office of the Governor.
That's all.
Oh, my God.
Move to approve?
Second?
I have a motion and a second. Hold on real quick.
You have a resolution, so you need to fold that.
I was on it, now it's gone. I don't even know where it went. All right, well, I read most of it. Okay. There it is.
What's the next one? 14?
Yeah, we're on
Are
14.
they? That one says resolution. Oh, yeah, there's a resolution. Two of them back to back.
Whereas the Commissioners Court of B County agrees to provide any applicable matching funds for said project as required by the Sheriff Immigration Law Enforcement Grant Program grant.
think we've done this before, Judge.
Well, this is the SB 8,
That's SB 8.
which is,
Oh, that's,
I believe
There's, okay.
That's their recommended language for resolution, and you did that last time.
Okay. All right, thank you. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
aye.
All opposed, motion passes without exception. Thank you, gentlemen. Agenda item number 15, approve B County resolution authorizing submission of Operation Lone Star grant application for fiscal year 2027 to the Office of the Governor.
Move to approve?
Second.
I've got a motion and a second by Chris Lenny. Sorry, you're I mean, you're almost there,
Okay,
but
okay.
Commissioner Lenny beat you to the punch. Nobody's beating you to the punch, by the way, on motions. Thank you for pushing it today. For those of y'all keeping track. Do we have any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion passes without exception. Thank you all for bringing those to our attention. Okay, we got another one. Accept B County resolution authorizing submission of application for the Rochelle, thank you, I got through it eventually. Foundation grant for fiscal year 2026.
Move to approve.
I've got a motion. Do I have a second? I got a second from Commissioner DeWitt. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion passes without exception. Agenda item number 17, accept Government Finance Officers Association Certificate of Achievement recognizing B County for the 2024 Annual Comprehensive Financial Report for Excellence in Financial Reporting.
Awesome, awesome. Her whole wall is covered with these things now.
Yeah.
They do such a great job.
Very good, Ms. Cantu.
Kudos to you and your entire staff.
This one, the comments that came back were less than prior year. We're in transition with new auditors for the third year. So transitioning has been challenging, but this annual report came back with 2 pages of comments instead of 4. Of course, no findings on our audit, but still, they approved the 108-page report, and so those comments are just from all of those pages. So I'm very happy to say that we received it again this year, and thank you for the support and cooperation.
Great job. I entertain a motion.
Is it an action item, Judge?
It's not an action item.
No, we don't have to move to accept. All right.
If you want to, we will.
No, far be it from me. Thought somebody wanted to take credit for that. All right. Besides April. Always taking all the credit. All right, thank you all for that. We have no executive session items. Agenda item number 18, adjournment. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
I got a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? We are adjourned. Thank you all for your presence and patience this morning.